Making sure that we're connected while we're doing that. Whoop, go back. And I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on. Manage. Here we go. Oh, it is live. There we go. It is connecting. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Freedom Fridays. I am your host, Rashadat, and I am your lifestyle coach, all about helping you um, build a life that you fully enjoy and love. Full Lord, I can't talk today. Fully enjoy, so you're not just winning at work. Today's topic. Oh, I'm excited about this. Did y'all go see this movie? Did y'all go see um, You, Me, and Tuscany? I want to talk about it. So, if you don't want any spoilers, I'm going to need you to exit stage left right now. Okay. But this is going to be a fun conversation. So, here's my thoughts about it so far. Um, Let me also just double check, please, Lord. Okay, good. It looks like my audio is working good. Okay, so if you didn't watch You, Me, and Tuscany yet, then yes, watch this afterwards. If you watched it and you felt something that you couldn't quite explain, I absolutely get it. And I felt it too. So I want to talk about that tonight because I enjoyed the movie, but it really wasn't about the romance for me, at least for me. Though it was cute. I love the rom-com part of it. And instead, it was more so that it was about watching a Black woman on the screen without having to be the strong Black woman trope. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, they're finally starting to see that there's other versions of us. Um, she was just living, resting, trying to find out life, trying to figure out life. And more than anything, she was choosing herself. So tonight I want to talk about that, about why I enjoyed it, why you might enjoy it. I want to know how you felt about it if you watched it already. And I also hope that if you haven't watched it, even if we talk about it and you're kind of like, I'm not sure that I want to see it, I hope that you will go and see it anyway, because if we want to continue to see Black women in different roles and different lights and different versions of us, we have to go and show that we'll pay the dollars to see it on the screen. And right now, the movie is doing okay, but it's not making the kind of money that they hoped it would. So there's that too. That's a lot of different perspective. Um, yeah. So I am excited for us to get into this conversation. While we're getting started, go ahead and grab your drink while I go ahead and get our intro started. And we will get started with celebrating our wins from the week in just a minute and 45 seconds. Okay? All right. See you in a second. Let's do that. Do this. Turn that down a little bit. Oop, hopefully that fixes that. Okay, let me see what's going on over here. Oh, are you serious, Megan? Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. That sucks. Okay. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Hey, Megan, happy Friday. You said there are no listings for next week? Are you serious? I really didn't think that it was going to be gone that fast. It literally came out 14 days ago. Like, that's barely 2 weeks. That's sad. Uh, I hope, listen, I hope that there are cities that it's still available to go see it in the movie theaters. Like, I was adamant about going to see it this week because I didn't get a chance to go see it next week because I wanted to make sure I put my dollars behind it and I use it as a date. So I put his dollars behind it too. So two of us went, man. Okay, we're going to come back around to that. Megan said it's already cut. Oh, it's already only cut down to two or three showings at at the theater near me, and that means it's probably earlier sessions that you might not have a chance to go to. That is sad. Gosh, this is why I was saying we really should try to go see it. Um, hey, Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel said, hello, Rashada. This is my first time catching a live. I saw you speak at Exodus Summit in 2024. Yay! Thanks for joining us today. We're having a fun conversation. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I'm excited. Gosh, I can't believe that was almost a year and a half ago now. Ugh, that's amazing. You'll have to catch us up. Tell us how has it been? Are you working on moving abroad and all the good stuff? Let us know in the chat if you want to. If you don't want to, no pressure. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, we got a couple things to talk about today. So let's go ahead and jump in with our first thing that we do every week. We always start by celebrating our wins. Why? Because we are really good as ambitious women. We're really good at just moving on to the next one, on to the next one. And because we're so much in that practice, it is very easy to not recognize how much progress we're making. And it's very easy to ignore our wins. And all of that adds to our burnout. So we make it a practice every week to start with celebrating our wins. Think of this as your group gratefulness journal. Okay. Your group accountability for reminding yourself what you're grateful for and the progress that you make. So try to think of three wins and go ahead and celebrate and share them in the chat. And then we will celebrate them with you. I am also going to share my wins for the week while you are getting yours typed out in the chat. Okay. Oh, yay! You're preparing to move to Mexico City. Congratulations. I love it. That's amazing. I tried Mexico City, but you know what? I couldn't deal with the altitude. It's high altitude and I struggle. I cannot do altitude sickness. I went and I did an air balloon and I loved it. And that was as far as I got. Megan said, congrats on preparing to move to Mexico. Yay! That's such a win. We love it. We love it so much. Okay. My wins for the week. Okay, let me tell you. Oh, I got some good wins. Okay. Win number one. On Wednesday, it was my off day. And I had decided to go down to the Beltline, and so excited because I got to the Beltline and I had wanted to try this vegan ice cream shop the last time I went to the Beltline and it was closed. So I was so excited it was open this time. And I tried this lime basil gelato. I had a lime basil and a strawberry rose, and they were so delicious and vegan and refreshing. Very good. So, so good. Let me tell you, I love food. So I'm always to count, always happy to count that as a win. And going to the Beltline was a win too. So that's win number one. Win number two. So while I'm at the Beltline, I'm talking to my tax preparer. Okay. Now let me preface and tell you, I have had some terrible, horrible situations with tax preparers. Let me tell you how horrible, okay? I had one tax preparer that when he did my taxes, he put his bank account information on my tax form. And so my tax refund was deposited into his bank account, which is obnoxious in itself. So I'm like chasing him down to get my money back, and he's like, "Yes, I'm going to get it to you." Which I don't understand why he did that in the first place. And then he died. The man died before I could get my money back. Can I tell you? Terrible. So that was my first terrible tax situation. Then my second one is the lady who was doing my taxes screwed me over so bad that I ended up owing $2,000 in taxes. And so, can you see that I have not had great situations? And then last year, my mom said she was going to help me with my taxes because she's done my family and their taxes. But I think because I'm a business owner, it was a little too hard for her. But she waited until April 13th to tell me she couldn't do my taxes, which meant I was on a scramble. And she was like, "Well, I heard that you could just turn them in next year, and they won't they won't penalize you." And I was like, "Are you effing kidding me, mom?" So yeah, I've had really bad situations with taxes. You were like, "Why are you telling me all of this on a win?" Because I'm telling you, this is what makes this win even better. So I'm walking around, I'm talking to my tax preparer. He's asking me different questions. And then he's like, I get an email or I get a text and it says the draft of your taxes. So in my mind, I'm prepared to spend like $3,000 on taxes, okay? Because this is my 2024 taxes. So they're already late and life has been life. And so I told you how my tax situation is. I'm just expecting it to be thousands of dollars. So I open up the tax form and it says I owe the federal taxes 566, $566, and the state taxes I owe zero. I was so relieved. In the middle of the belt line, I start bawling. When I say bawling my eyes out, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me." So I tell him, I'm like, "Bradford." And he's like, "Rashidad." "Yes. So what is it?" And I was like, "You don't understand. I am so excited and so happy right now that I am bawling in relief." He's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to help." I mean, I think I cried for like 20 minutes. I cried so much that the ladies next to me brought me tissues. My face and eyes were swollen. So that's my second win. That's my second win. Oh, yay, Megan's got some wins too. Megan said, win number one. My birthday is on Sunday. Yay, Megan. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Megan. Happy birthday to you. Yay. Have an amazing, great week off, Megan. Number two, I have the whole entire week off. Yes, girl. Come on. Yes and amen. Love it. From Sunday to Sunday with pay. Yes, I love it. 161 days meditating. Your third one is 161 days meditating. That is absolutely amazing. I love these ones, Megan. Come on. I'm so into it. Yes. Um, okay. Megan said, WTF. First of all, she said, you're welcome to Zerubbabel. And then WTF. That's crazy, girl. It is crazy. When I tell you, I've had some bad tax situations. It is so, I'm always like just bracing for the worst because you got to do your taxes. But I'm not trying to learn how to do taxes. So hopefully, I've just found my tax man. I just got my guy. Please, Lord. Because it always seems like the first year they're amazing and then the second year they're trash. Hopefully next year he will still be good. Knocking on wood. Okay. Okay. Zerubbabel said, wow, Rashadat, that is a wild tax story. Right. No one should ever have a tax story like that. And yet I do. It's terrible. Taxes are already stressful when things go well, right? And I'm always paying because I am I don't pay them throughout the year, not yet for my business. I just pay them all at one time. But this year, since I'm a W 2 and a 1099, it'll probably be different, but still. So Zerubbabel said, you deserve that tax win this year, Rashida. Thank you. I needed it with all of my heart. I needed it. I was so glad to receive it. Okay. So Rubabel said 3 wins. Celebrating my fur baby's 5th birthday. Happy birthday, fur baby. What's the fur baby's name? Oh, yay. And then you said a long walk in my Philly neighborhood. Come on. What part of Philly are you from? I used to live in oh Lord, off of Henry Avenue. I used to go, well, it's called Thomas Jefferson now. It used to be called Philadelphia University when I went. But right outside of Germantown. So tell me where you at, girl. A long walk in my Philly neighborhood on a sunny day. That filled me with joy. That's amazing. Especially in Philly. It's a different vibe. I love summer up north, even though I love summer all year round, but a sunny day is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And then a yummy vegan chili that I made and I am still eating. Yes. That sounds amazing. Did you add some cornbread to it, girl? Yes, and amen to that. That sounds good. Yay, Zerubbabel wished Megan a happy birthday. Yay. Megan said, wow, I guess I'm going from thinking you might owe $3,000 to owing only a little over $500 is a solid win. Girl, an absolute solid when I was like, yes and amen to this. Taxes are so stressful. I absolutely agree. You're welcome for the birthday wishes. Awesome wins, ladies. What kind of fur baby, dog or cat? That's a great question, Megan. I assumed a dog. I've never been to Philly. You might want to go during the summer. At least if you don't like the cold, but you're from Detroit, so or outside of Detroit, so you might not think too much about it. Hey, Keena, how are you? Welcome in. You're not late, girl. You're right on time. And yes and amen to that nap. We're just celebrating some wins. I gave 2 wins so far. I got one more to give. Zerubbabel said, summer in Philly is a vibe. Yes. Gosh. And I went to college there. So the last time I've been to Philly, last time I lived in Philly was in 2006. But the last time I've been to Philly was probably 2012 or 2011. It's been a long time since I've been to Philly. No, that's not true. I visited another friend, but it still has been a long time. I had to at least been 20. Gosh, 2017 to 2018. It's been a while. It's been a while. Um, I live in West Philly, but I moved from New York 3 years ago. Okay, okay. So I'm trying to think West Philly, West Philly. I gotta go see a map. I don't even remember it anymore. I gotta get myself back to reoriented. My fur babies' names are YY and Minnie Minnie. And they're kitties. YY. Did I get that right? YY? They are naughty but filled with love. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. So which one's birthday is it? Is it YY's birthday or Minnie Minnie's birthday? Okay. Philly is not my favorite, but I love the museums and the architecture. I have to be honest, Philly is not my favorite either, which is why I haven't been back very often. But it was still a part of my life. And no matter what, I give the people love. Yes. Okay. While Keena might be giving some wins and we're figuring out whose birthday it was, Wawa's or Many Minis. And it's funny because Meg is a cat lady, a cat girly as well. So she's in love with all the cat vibes. If you want to tell her more about your kitties, my last one for the week. So the first one was vegan ice cream and going through the belt line. The second one was the taxes. The third win this week. Gosh, that day was a huge win day. The third thing that happened on that day was there was a clothing swap at this store that is a maker's venue, a maker's store. And what they do is they make custom crossbody, like fanny packs, fanny bags, belt bags, however there's 20 million names to those. They make custom bags there. And we became friends. Me and my best friend became friends with them because when we would go and do vendors events, um, we would see them at all the same vendors events that we went to. So they were doing a clothing swap, and I was like, I've never done a clothing swap before. I was like, I don't think nobody want my clothes. But she was like, no, you should do it. And I had a day off. I was like, let me do it. So I pulled a couple things. I had three things I pulled out of my closet. I got them there a little bit late, but they let me do it anyway. So I'm looking through the racks for the clothing swap. There was actually really decent things there. I had like six things in my arms, and I was like, crap, I wish I would have brought more stuff. And they were like, well, can you wait to the end? And then, it's a free for all. You can take whatever you want. And I was like, I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't stay here until 9 o'clock at night. And I still have a couple stops to make. She was like, oh, it's okay. I understand. So I needed help trying to pick. I was needed to whittle my six pieces down to three. And I pretty much had three like things that I could wear to work and then three things I could wear to the gym. And I was like, what do I do? So, and she ended up helping me pick a couple pieces. And then she let me take a fourth piece. And I was like, oh, that's super sweet. It was super sweet. So I got this shirt at the clothing swap and I like it. Today at work, it seems like all the customers wanted my help. And I was like, what the hell did my pheromones smell like? Because I don't know what the hell they were coming to me. There was other people in the store, but they were coming to me. And I was like, you know what? It's all good. So that was my third win for the week. I had a good I had a lot of good ones this week. It's been a good week. Okay. Megan said, "Oh, kitties. I love cats. I just realized your profile pic was a cat. So probably one of your babies. I'm a cat mom too. You are a cat mom too, Megan. Um, oh, they're both siblings. So today was both of their birthday. Oh, yay. Happy birthday. Can I sing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, YY and Minnie. Minnie, Minnie. It was too many Minnies. Happy birthday to you. We have a lot of celebration of birthdays today. I'm into it. Yes. Okay. Let me see. Megan said, "Happy birthday to the fur babies, fellow Tauruses." I love it. Too sweet. Okay. Keena said, "Wins. I got better at facial routines each day. I love it. Tell us the vibes. What else? What can we glean from you, girl? Teach us. Always share the love." Okay. Keena said, "I cook my meals every day." That's amazing. Because, girl, you know how much I talk about ain't nobody cooking over here. I've been working with Alara. And the first thing I told the nutritionist is like, girl, don't expect me to cook. So we're going to have to talk about what are the prepared meals that I could either order or get from Costco that will be balanced because if I got to cook, it ain't going to work. So I'm proud of you because, I just don't have that energy. I'm so proud of you. Um, Keena said, "I did a lot of breathing meditation exercises." Yes, it's so amazing. Breathing is the simplest and yet one of those things we really have to, it's so good to be intentional and just sit and allow ourselves to do that. Yes, Keena, yes. Even just taking that little breath there, I'm into it. Yes. Zerubbabel said, "Love that you got a nice shirt at the clothing swap. I love it too." I was like, ooh, this would go good with jeans today. And then I can wear it with white jeans later. I'm not one of those girly that care, like, don't wear white after Labor Day. I'm terrible. I wear them all year round. I don't care. Um, so yeah, I'll be wearing it with white jeans soon. So yes, thank you. Megan said, "It's a cute shirt, Rashida. Thank you." Zerubbabel said, "That's right, Meg Pink. I love being a cat mommy. And thank you for singing to them, Rashida. I'll tell them about this and I'll run the video back so they can hear you sing to them." I love it. I love it. Tell them I'm sending them all the birthday vibes. Them and Megan, all the birthday vibes. Zerubbabel said, "Kina, yes. All of that is amazing. Such great wins. Ditto. I love it. Such good wins." Oh, so good, ladies. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So good. So now remember, um, if you're catching on the replay, you can still share your wins as well. Go ahead and head to the comment section of this video and type your wins in, and I will respond and celebrate you too. Because I want you to remember you are making a lot of progress. You're not behind. You're amazing, and you've just been taught to ignore how amazing you are because that's easier to keep you enslaved that way. And we're working against that. We don't have none of that vibe over here. So we're going to celebrate your wins and we hope that you choose to share them with us so we can celebrate them with you. Okay, so now the next thing, if you have taken any time this week, whether it's 3 hours or 3 minutes or 30 seconds, but taken any time this week to prioritize you and to make time for rest and fun, then I want you to claim a sticker. I want you to be like when we were in elementary school and put on your best Superman pose and say, "I got a sticker." Put it right on your chest, okay? So if you have taken time to prioritize rest and fun for yourself, put hashtag sticker in the chat, and that is how you claim a sticker for this week. Okay? Super easy, super fun. And then once you do that, I'm going to go ahead and add it to our spreadsheet. Now, again, if you're joining us for the replay, you can still do this. You can still participate. Just go ahead and put it in the chat, and you will see next week that I've added you. Even if you're not on this list, I can easily add you. And you'll see that you are now accumulating stickers as well. Now, here's the beautiful thing about it, you're getting a sticker from me, but it's also going to start feeling different in you. The more that you do it, every week that you start, you'll start increasing your intention to make time for you. Yes, we are always happy to do so much for everybody else. But this is just a little bit of extra something to remind you that it's a really good thing to do things for you. Okay. So if you're claiming a sticker, put hashtag sticker in the chat and I'm going to add it to our spreadsheet. Megan is claiming her sticker. Come on, boo. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. March, April. Ooh, we almost need some more stickers. What's today? Today's the 24th. It is the last Friday in April. Look at that. There we go. Sticker. Oh, and I meant to tell you, let me tell you, Tracy has been sick. That's why she hasn't been around lately. But she's been working on going to the doctor and getting better. And she had a trip to go see her sister in Virginia. And she sent me pictures of her and Elle. He's getting so big. So, Tracy, I'm shouting out to you, girl, sending you extra love. I hope you feel better. I hope that you feel fully replenished. I hope that, well, Ella's already getting so big. He's so handsome with his little self. So, we're just sending you all the good vibes, okay? All the good vibes. All right, let me come back over here. Any other stickers claiming over here? Even if you're not ready to put it in the chat now, you got till now and even in the comments if you want to claim your sticker. Okay. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about today's topic. So, today I want to talk about You, Me, and Tuscany. Did y'all go see that movie? Because if you didn't see the movie, if you want it to be a surprise, then you might want to, check out of this conversation. And I'm trying to tell you this might be a spoiler alert because I want to talk about the movie. Talk about the movie, okay? I want to talk about. I don't. I'm not a. I will give some perspective on the movie, but I also want to talk about why I think you might love it more than what you might initially thought. So here's why. Okay, let's start with this. Tracy, I was just listen. That is so crazy. I was like, I must have talked you up. I'm like, ah, there you are. Hi, Tracy. It's good to see you. I was just about, I was just about to say hi, and Rashida, you called me out. See, you were on my heart. Megan said, thanks for the update about Tracy because I was just thinking about her. I'm glad she's on the mend. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just told the girls, Tracy, that I got this from a clothing swap this past Wednesday, and I love it too, especially because it was free. Thank you. Listen, Megan said, oh, hey, Tracy. I'm good with spoilers. I don't rush to see movies anyway. Spoil away. Okay, good. Good. I hope that you get a chance to see it in the movie theater because I do. We'll get into it a little bit in a little bit. Been a while. Sorry, ladies. Girl, we understand. We're glad you're on the mend and we hope you continue to feel better. Okay. Listen, you're never late. You are right on time, right where you're supposed to be. Okay. Yes. Um, Let me see. Oh, 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 knock everything over. Okay. So here's a couple of my thoughts. My first thought, the reason I actually really love this movie was because usually when you see um us black women in a lead role, it's always this power, almost power hungry, ambitious black woman, strong black woman. It's the strong black woman trope that is like the businesswoman that's mean to everybody else. She's like Cruella. So it's not just the strong black woman trope. It's also the angry black woman trope. And that's just not what this movie is. This is the everyday black girl that wants things out of life, but also life is happening to her. Like she's down to earth, she's real, and she takes a chance and does something amazing and just happens to find love along the way. And she's kind of being a little rebellious. Like I feel like most people would say like this girl is irresponsible. We should never do things like that. But that's the whole strong Black woman trope that everybody else can be irresponsible in some way, but we can never fully live life because we've got to be pristine, we've got to be perfect all the time. And I'm like, I I never there's a part of me that yes has been the ambitious woman, but the freer part of me has been more like the lead in this movie. I mean, she was straight up, listen, y'all, especially all of y'all that's been in Exodus Summit community, okay? In this movie, Haley is a house sitter. Now, I don't really like the light that they paint the house sitter, okay? um, I'm doing some thrifting in VA with my big sister. Oh, I love it. I love it. Wait, Rashida, I just noticed your hair. Okay. It's been growing out, girl. You behind. It's been growing out for a while. Oh, thank you. I've been getting used to it. I don't know that I completely love it. I'm getting used to it. Thank you. Okay, so here's what I don't like about their vibes on house sitting. They make it sound like house sitting is someone doing a house sit to fake living someone else's life. And I'm like, ew, like I do not like that vibe. I don't like that vibe at all. Because, Stephanie Perry's community of, I don't even know where it's at now. The last time I looked, it was at 186,000 Black women. It could be even more than that now. But to say that all of us are choosing to be house sitters because we're trying to fake, like pretend to live somebody else's life. Oh, I just didn't like how that sit. I did not like how that sat at all. Um, because that's never been the vibe. Like, I never even thought of it that way. So I didn't like that about the movie. I do understand it was a part of the comedic relief at the beginning. That I mean, they start off with that. Um, and it's part of what gave her, I'm gonna say, the audacity to just jump on a plane and go to Italy. Um, Part of it, but I was like, I just didn't like that vibe. Um, but the other thing that I think softened her and made me excited that she went to Italy, even if I didn't like, that part about it, was that part of the reason her aspirations, her ambitions, her life got delayed was because she had learned how to cook, and it was something she had learned to be a chef, and it was something that her and her mother did together. And when her mother passed away, she hated being by the stove. It felt like, she said, every time she was by the stove and she wasn't there, it felt like something was missing. And I think that so much of that affects us, especially us as Black women, because we are always being caregivers for our children, for our husband, for our partners, for our job, for our um, for our parents. And then it happens so deeply that when they're not anymore, our identity has become so connected to that service that when we don't have to do that service anymore, it's like a part of our identity is ripped out of us. And my thoughts about that is, while I get it, so much of what is a part of Jaya with Rashida is helping us detach ourselves from being a mom, from being a sister, from being a wife, from being an employee, from being a daughter. Those things are roles that we play, but they're not who you are. You are a beautiful and amazing human, regardless of the ways that you serve and regardless of the ways that you show up for everybody else. But you yourself still have your own identity. before all of that. And I could just see how that derailed her. And I related to it in a huge, deep way. And I relate to it for the woman that I serve in the programs that I do, you know? So, yeah. Tracy said, nah, I don't agree either. Times just are hard. Money is money. Listen, I know. For house sitting, I know. I'm like, listen, somebody gonna pay me to come. I have a lady paying me not next weekend, the weekend after next, to come stay in her house and take care of her pets. Thank you. That's gonna pay for the sample on my activities to get the sample from China for the activities duck. Yes. No, I gotta do is sleep at the house and take the pets out. Yes. Or while I was traveling, like allow it's allowed so many of us to travel the world. I don't care about your house. I care about the life I get to live because of what I get to do in this. So yeah, I didn't the idea that being a house sitter means that we're trying to live in someone else's life. Didn't like that. Okay, it's a protection mechanism. Yes, to be wrapped up in to let our identity be wrapped up in the roles that we play is very much a protection mechanism, and I've done it so much, and learning to detach myself from it and say and not it's such an important thing to do because when those roles aren't around anymore, it's easy to say, well then what do I have to offer, because we've made that the main thing, but you're still so amazing without that. You're still so beautiful, so powerful, so um like just blooming and boisterous and so much to give, regardless of the role that you give. It's just the overflow in which in the way that that overflow comes out, you know? So that was another part of it. Megan said, "Oh, her mom is gone." Ah, triggering. That is, I didn't think about that. That is triggering, Megan. I realized that as close as me and my mother were, it was probably a codependent relationship. I get that. I totally get that. And I think there's definitely ups and downs. And sometimes it's just beautiful to have a really beautiful relationship with someone who truly loves you, not having to worry. I'm going to say, even if you feel like it was codependent, don't defend it. It was beautiful. You know, you left an imprint on each other, you know? Zerubbabel said, exactly. House sitting can facilitate financial freedom and a chance to lean further into our own dreams. It's a shame the movie framed house sitting in that way. I agree. I agree. And it's the first thing out the door that happens. So I was a little sad about that. The other things continue to evolve afterward. Tracy said, Meg, you don't believe the mother and child relationship can be deep? That's a good question. It's like there's definitely a possibility that maybe could be codependent, but the other part that Tracy is starting to articulate, and I was thinking too, like maybe it wasn't codependent. I don't know the details of your relationship, so that's definitely up to you, and you're welcome to share. Or if you don't, that's fine too. Um, but yeah, so there's that thought. Um, then the other thing I did love about the movie, I guess there's been other romantic comedies that are on the big screen with a black female lead, but this felt like, I think because it wasn't the strong black woman trope, that it felt more like the cutesy girly. Um, that's what it is. I love that we got to see her in a softer light. That I feel like a lot of white rom coms naturally make space for that, but they don't usually allow that for us as Black women. So I was very grateful to be able to see that on the screen too. Um, I loved also seeing her bravery. like the things that people saw, I would say, like her getting on a plane with only $562, a lot of us Black women would see that as irresponsible. And we would never do anything like that because we would worry about something going wrong. And I actually, girl, that's me. That is me all day. And I have lived such an amazing and adventurous life, seeing God show up, seeing magical things happen, I mean, I had a whole last year of magical things because I was willing to just jump out there and try. And I loved seeing her courage in that way. And the beauty in that was, I think, in this cultural pressure to be uber responsible for Black women, it puts us in a box. But when you finally say to hell with that damn box and you allow yourself to do all of these other things you dream about, I find that to be restful. That restfulness is freedom because it's harder work to stay in the box than it is to open yourself and just fully be who you are and go after those things and be free. So I saw her courage also as like a signal of her resting. And it's more restful to fully be ourselves than it ever is to force ourselves into a box. It is more stressful. It is more work. It is more draining. It is a complete lead to burnout when we force ourselves to be uber responsible and try to fit into a box of what somebody else says we should be. So I love that she just went for it. I absolutely love it. Um, let me see. Let me see. Tracy said it's because Haley is soft naturally. She is very soft. I think that Haley probably would have has played it better than Chloe ever could. I love Chloe, but Chloe is going to come off more as the strong Black woman trope than Haley comes off with her softness. Haley definitely comes off softer. I agree with that. Um, did you see the Kelly Rowland and Method Man movie on Pride? I haven't seen it, but you know what? I'm gonna add that to my list because I'm off. I'm off Monday and Tuesday, and then I have a 4-day weekend next week. I'm gonna add that to my list. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to watch that next, Tracy. Megan said, based on my understanding of it, emotionally and financially, um, I missed where that part came in. But I think you're talking about emotional and financial freedom. Cerebral Bell said, that is brave, brave. In a racial capitalist society, perhaps her character can serve as a possibility model for other Black women. And that's exactly why I wanted to talk about it today. Because I believe her character is a possibility model for other Black women. Sometimes we're so busy trying to make our lives look perfect that we're scared to jump out there and do something irresponsible, to try something new, to try something brave, brave, because we're trying to make everything fall into place before we get ready to do something. And I'm like, hell no. Go with what you got and just go. The other thing that I love so much about Exodus Summit is that like they make space for Black women to say, I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have millions of dollars in order to go do these things. This is accessible to me. She didn't let accessibility even be in her mind. She was like, it was her best friend. That was like, girl, but do you even have enough money to survive? And she's like, I'll figure it out as I go. Yes, that is exactly the answer. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. Don't let this over responsibility hold you back and put you in your own box. Don't let it do it. Don't let it do it. Tracy said, okay, I'm the oldest and I am also super responsible to my mother. But I guess what you're saying is true. There is some codependency. But as a mother, oh, I see what you're saying now. Emotionally and financially. Okay. But as a mother and a wife navigating things, trying to stay a bit more firm. I get that. And listen, I think that neither one of us can tell you. And and Megan, I think some of the things that I know you might be relating to also because of the things we've talked about inside of Jaya. The other thing too that I love to remember and give our mothers grace is we always are kind of like, well, why didn't my mom teach me about how to budget? Or why didn't my mom teach me how to do this? Or why didn't my mom teach me how to do that? A lot of our moms didn't know because our moms didn't know, and our moms didn't know. So I think what Tracy is saying is so much grace. That's what I'm getting from it. Megan said the rest of my comment is a few comments up. Okay, I missed it. Triggering. No, neither. Thanks for the update. Mom is gone. Codependent. Haley is off. Oh, I see it. No, it absolutely can be. Maybe it's because I'm the youngest. My mom and I were super close and had a good relationship overall, but some aspects might have been codependent. I see. I see. Um, I got it, Megan. Thank you. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And here's the other side of it. On the flip side, my mom was not emotionally present. And for a big part of it, not financially present either. Like, I started making my own money at 12 so that I could buy my own clothes and shoes and stuff. Um, I mean, she made sure I had a food to eat and a roof over my head. And I'm not complaining about my mom. It's just different, you know. Um, but she was not emotionally present at all. My mother was depressed when I was growing up. And this is the other thing that I think is so beautiful about this story. They added neither one of our stories are like her story. In her story, she had a really good relationship with her mom. Her mom got sick. I can't remember if it was cancer or what, but she died relatively young. And that left her by herself. With a dream that her and her mom were trying to build together. Um, but I think that just breaks the monolith of what we usually see of what Black women experience. Like, we don't usually see the depth of a mother's relationship unless it's like um, with Gabrielle. What movie was that? Unless it's another stereotype. You know what I mean? And a harsh stereotype that paints Black people in a terrible light. You know what I mean? So I just felt like it made her a real human, you know? Um, Tracy said, but I have a question, Rashid out. Are you agreeing because the responsibility is not there, like being a mother? Would you agree that you can just jump up and leave? So, as far as I'm guessing you're talking about as far as leaving the company, the company, the country. Um, I'm gonna say that everybody's situation is different, but I'm also gonna say that if you've made your whole life be about being responsible to somebody else, I do think it's important that you just jump up and leave to first and foremost be responsible to yourself. Does that make sense? Because 9 times out of 10, if you've made your whole life about being responsible to your mother, to your kids, to your husband, to your job, to this, to that, you are always going to justify why you should never be brave and get up and go do the thing that you want to do. And that's where I'm like, no, that's what I don't want to see. That's where I'm saying you are sacrificing yourself to be uber responsible, which allows everybody else to be free and jump up and go do all the things that they want to do while making you pick up the pieces, while making you be over responsible in a way that um martyr, like pretty much makes you a martyr. That takes away your freedom. That's the part that I'm saying, hey, do something for you. It can be random or it can be planned. But I think at the beginning, when you've allowed yourself to be put into a box for so long, it is kind of like this rip off the band-aid. I'm just going to jump, let me do something crazy type situation. And here's the other thing. The people who are around you, if they really love you, if they really care about you, they've probably been waiting for you to do it. But we don't think about it like that. We don't think about it like that. We think if I decide to do something irresponsible for me for once, then I'm going to let everybody down. And that's the part that keeps us stuck in the box. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Uh oh. What did I click? I must have leaned on something. I hope that makes sense. Zerubbabel said, "Oh, wonderful souls. My bus has pulled up to my stop. It has been a gift to spend this time with you. My soul feels lighter, and I thank you, Rashdot. And those in the chat, see y'all soon again. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful ride on your bus, friend. It was so glad. I'm so glad that you got to join us today. It was so good to meet you. I love it. I love it. Okay. Megan said, it was nice meeting you. Hope to see you again soon, Zerubbabel. Yes. Kina said, deliver us from Eva, the Gabrielle Union, hyper responsible woman movie. Yes, girl. And she was mean, mean. But I was also thinking about what's the really dark skinned girl that had the baby at like 14. Push, that movie was the other movie. It's either like Deliver Us from Eva or Push. Like this is the first movie that we've seen that's been in between those. That's not either of those extremes, you know? And it's starting to round out who we are on the screen. We know we're not a monolith, but on the screen, starting to see other things of who we are, which is the other reason why I liked The Residents on Netflix. Like we're starting to get them, but if we don't support them, if we don't watch them, if we don't go to the movies to see them, they're not going to fund them. They're not going to fund them. We've got it. This is why I went to the movies to go see it, and I might even go back again because I want to support it. I want to support it. I want to see more like this. I want them to do it again and next time get it right for house sitting. You know what I mean? But if we don't even put our money into it, we're not even going to get a chance to see them get it right. You know? Yes, safe trip. Precious. Yes, it was precious. Thank you. Uh-huh. Because I was calling it push. But yes, you're right. Thank you, Keena. Zerubbabel said, you too, Megan, Keena, and Tracy. Good to take care and be well. Thank you. Yes. So yeah, that those are I think I'm saying I think the movie is good to see. I think the love story around it. I think the love triangle situation. I think all of that while that was the part that made up the story, you see, none of my comments are about that as much. So there is some spoiler in this, but I think it's still fun to see and still a really good movie. And I also felt that there were some parts that were just truly black. Like this one time, she's getting caught in the sprinklers, and she was like, "Oh no, I can't get wet. Else I'm gonna sweat out my edges." And I'm like, "That's real. That's what we would say." She had her braids in. You know what I mean? So, um, she also, they didn't like over, um, she looked human. She still had on a crop top, even though we know she just had a baby. Like, she looked like a beautiful Black woman, fully herself and living life. And I just, it makes me happy. So if you haven't seen the movie, I hope that you go see it. It was worth it. Megan, The Residence was so good, and I hate that it was canceled as well. It made me so sad because I watched that Dagon series multiple times, and then I found out it was canceled, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I was so looking forward to the next season, and but then we have like Grey's Anatomy. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Grey's Anatomy, but Grey's has been on for 25 seasons. I think more than that at this point, but 25 seasons, that's 25 years. And they wouldn't even give the residents a second year. Ah, it makes me sad. Okay. Megan said, hopefully I get a chance to see it still in theaters, but if not, I'll be sure to watch it on streaming or rent it from YouTube. Hey, and I totally get it. Whatever works, especially since they're already taking it out of the theaters by you. That makes me so sad. But yeah. So yeah, that's how I felt about the movie. If you haven't seen it, I hope you check it out. If you've got more comments about it, let me know. Um, yeah, I think it was really beautiful to see a soft Black girl being brave, brave. That's my whole synopsis right there. Okay, so now that we've gotten through that, let's go ahead and wind down for the weekend. You could tell that was a topic. We have been doing really good at ending on time in an hour, and I went over today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. Okay, so winding down for the weekend, as we do every single week, we're gonna start with checking our devices. Check your phone, check your laptop or your computer, check your tablet for all the different windows you have open and close them, or close a couple of them. Why? Because leaving all of those tabs open is like all of these other things taking up mental space. And we want to do mental decluttering so that we can make space for the things you actually want in your life, the things that you're manifesting, the things that you're calling in, the things that you're working for. Make space for to receive those things. And to do that, you get all of the trash out the way. So close some things up. You can also clean out your emails if you don't have any tabs open, but make space, okay? Today, let me see. I can close all of this. So that was seven right there. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna keep those two. And I listen, no judgment. I keep windows open too. So if you gotta keep them open, but here's the other thing I suggest. The other thing you could do is to bookmark it so that you can come back to it later. Okay. Um, okay. I closed those seven tabs. Okay. So if you want to share how many tabs you're closing, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. Um, Megan said, I hope to see more Black girls and women of different shades, sizes, and colors and ages that get to be carefree, whimsical, and loved in all types of media. Yes and amen, Megan. Come on. Yes and amen. Yes. Tracy said, girl, my computer is in another room and I'm on my bed. I ain't moving. Boom. There goes my piece. You're right. You said, listen, I can't even, nope. That's over there. Good. I'm into it. Do it, Tracy. I love it. Okay. So I closed seven tabs. If you want to close some tabs, you could drop that, close those two. And if you want to share in the chat, the second thing we do to wind down for the weekend is we choose a fun activity for the coming week. We're planning it now so that it's more likely to happen because we're already thinking, we're clearing out the decision fatigue. We're figuring out what is it that we're going to do, what day we're going to do it, for how long we're going to do it. So that all we got to do is show up and do it. You put it in your calendar, okay? My fun activity for this coming week, I'm going back down to the Beltline for sure. Now that it's getting warm, y'all, I love me some summer. And I got next weekend off, but let's talk about just now until next Friday. On Monday and Tuesday, I know I'm going to ooh, work at a cafe. Oh, sorry. My nails has been itching like crazy today. So that's my fun thing for the week. I also need to spend some time looking for, I've been wanting to find an entrepreneur club that I can join here in Atlanta. I saw one on Instagram that's like a monthly meetup. I haven't seen it again. So hopefully, because I'm talking to my devices, it'll show me again. um, Let me see. Tracy said, Meg, I don't know why, but I pictured you to be this Zen woman just chilling and being unbothered. Megan said, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm trying. Yes, you are, girl. What, 161 days of meditating? Is that what you said? You've been working on that, girl. And we send extra love and vibes for that. Come on. Tracy said, love that for you. Rashida, you made me yawn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was supposed to be a sneeze, not a yawn. I'm sorry. Okay. So we've chosen our fun activity for the week. We have closed some tabs. Oh, the third thing is to what is your fun meal going to be for the week? Y'all, did it start raining? I hope not. I hope not till I get home, okay? Let me tell y'all, this is crazy. But let me tell y'all, the other day I went and had um some this is there's not many things that I miss now that I'm dairy free. I miss cheesecake and I miss specifically ice cream from Chick-fil-A. I just think their ice cream is very refreshing. Okay. So the other day I got an apple pie and some ice cream, but I got two servings of ice cream because the last time I got just one serving and it wasn't enough. And I got home and I ate it and it was delicious. And then right after, my lips swelled up. I was like, dang it, I had too much of it. So I gotta stick to my vegan ice cream or a smaller amount because the dairy still breaks me out. How did I get on that topic? I was talking about what fun meal I was gonna have. So I know I can't have ice cream, but oh, the other fun meal that I had this past week. So I'm gonna try something different this week. But last week it was these potato sliders. And it was an Indian potato slider and it had like a chimichurri sauce on it. When I tell y'all delicious, oh my gosh. It was at Pond City Market here. Oh, I might have to go check Krog Street Market too. I might do that on this week instead of Ponds so I could try something different. But all of that to say, um, I'm gonna explore. I've been trying to do at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, trying a new place. Because there's just so many amazing restaurants with so much good food. I gotta try it all. So yes, that's what I'm going to try and do. That wasn't a definitive answer. That's because I also don't know what the option is, but I know where I'm going to go to look for it, and that's going to be good. Okay. Tracy said, my fun activity is viewing different apartments. What? Y'all are moving? Moving in New York has got to be a beast, girl. I can't even imagine. Oh my gosh. Okay, you said your favorite meal is I'm dying for pizza right now, but these doctors want me to be eating. I told them I'm not a rabbit. Tracy, girl, I know that is exactly what you said. I can just see your whole demeanor. I can see you saying it right now. I hope that you feel better soon. Listen, I have to be honest. That's how the peri started for me. The perimenopause was there's just certain things I couldn't eat. Listen, you might start looking that up. Get you some DHEA and get you some Glycertin and hope that starts helping to balance things out because it helped me a lot. That and my probiotic, because my probiotic is pro and prebiotic, and it also clears out heavy metals out of the body. It's a really good. So I hope you feel better soon because I know right now you like, girl, I don't want no more rabbit food. I used to say that too. I used to say that my favorite rabbit food is from First Watch because that apple pecan chicken salad is the bomb. So maybe go treat yourself to that. If you have one of those near you, that'll help you with the rabbit food, okay? Megan is laughing at you, Tracy. Okay. Megan said, on Sunday, I'm going to walk the Detroit River Walk. Oh, I love it. And with the Black Women's Walking Group. Oh, I love it. Yes, you've mentioned them before. You mentioned them a while ago. Um, Fun meal is that you have cupcakes that you got from work. That sounds like fun. And I got a new meal kit delivered. Come on, boom. I love that. That means you're getting, I love the meal kits because they also will cook something that I would never cook. You know what I mean? So I love that I get to try something different. So amazing. I love all of this, every bit of it. Okay. So listen, ladies, we did it. We did our wind down for the week. I hope that as you head into the weekend, I hope you make so much time to laugh, have so much fun, and make time to rest because you deserve it. Absolutely deserve every bit of it. Okay. And if today's topic was something that was helpful, that helped you realize you're ready to be that Black woman, to jump into more softness, to be a little irresponsible, but still be ambitious, to still win, but fully enjoy your life and do some things that give you amazing stories, then I would love to see you join me inside of Jelly with Rashida. It is my flagship course and community. And it's all about helping you learn to fully enjoy life, not just when at work. That is my whole vibe for my own life, and excited to help you do it too. So, yes, thank you so much for joining me this week. Megan said, I'm realizing that there are certain things that aren't agreeing with me as I age. Onions are starting to give me bad acid reflux. Your body will start adjusting, y'all. I said, Lord have mercy. I didn't know this is what it was going to be like, but here we are. Yeah, so keep paying attention, Tracy. I know it sucks to have the rabbit food, but the more you know, the better you'll feel. Okay. Y'all, thank you for joining me today. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you next week right here on Freedom Fridays. Okay. All right. All right, ladies. See you.